Currently, I am working on trying to get my keychains out of the way. If I could fold this front part somehow, I feel like it would be really nice. Instagram has been getting on my nerves lately.
I don't know, but it's not something that would sell if I ran out of photos. Or even out of photo tag. What? Or maybe if I do like these tags. I'll see when they give me like 7 photos at this much, how much, that's what I want to start off with. I like that that's the goal.
Currently, I am working on trying to get my keychains out of the way. They have been just randomly everywhere. I've been moving them from one place to another, and they finally need to go into the storage closet of all the things of all my stuff. I just finished checking the sunflower keychains, but then we are about to leave soon, so when I come back I'll start on the B keychain. If you guys already know, I am considering these keychains as B grades because one, they didn't come out exactly how I wanted. I explained that in the last previous studio vlogs. And then there are some that I consider as B minus, and let me show you some of them. On this Froggo, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it has like something here, the yellow part here, that you can tell that they didn't put it on correctly, or something happened when they put it on. I don't know if you can see that on camera. So I have, I think, about 4 or 5 of them that are B minus. So there's all kinds of things. Another thing is with the Sakura key clasp. So as you can see here, here's the key clasp, and then when I push it, it gets kind of stuck on that corner. I think I had 2 keychains that were like that, and I had another one that was kind of like that, but they weren't as hard to push in. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm kind of worried about because my B keychains also have the Sakura key clasp on it, so we'll have to see. I'm just happy that I'm finally getting these acrylic keychains done. A few hours ago, I talked about the Sakura key clasp being kind of difficult, and I have found on the B keychain that there are ones that are even more difficult to push in, which really sucks. So I finally decided that the ones that are good on the B keychain, I'm going to take them all off and I'm going to replace them with the ones that aren't as good on the Sunflower Froggo keychain. And then I'm going to switch the ones that are on the B keychain to bow key clasp. And I think I have just enough for that. It'll make me feel a lot better. The reason why I want to do that is because I don't want it to be difficult for people to put it on their bags wherever they want to put it. I know that there are people who have difficulty with using their hands sometimes. Sometimes it's hard for them to even peel the back of their acrylic keychains. So that's one of the reasons why I go ahead and peel the back. I also know that from peeling the back of the keychains, I can find flaws on the keychains that I would rather find before the customer. Maybe the customer won't care, but I care. So even with this big keychain, I found a little black dot in between the acrylic and the image, and you can see the shadow of the black dot on the artwork. So that one is a B grade, and I would have found that if I didn't take the backing off. So yeah, let's go ahead and switch all the key clasps and hopefully get it done before the end of the day. When it came to the sticky notes, it was a really huge letdown. However, going in, I knew that there was a chance that that was going to happen. A while back, Vogue Grace made a TikTok video saying that they upgraded their stickiness and they made it better. And I decided to give it a try, and I was looking around for reviews of the sticky notes before I wanted to order them. So I went on TikTok, only found one review, and the review was basically saying that they did not stick and it was a memo pad. That was back in 2022. So about a year later, Vogue Grace advertised their new sticky notes that was better. Thankfully, I was able to make these at a much lower price than they were usually because I was able to get a coupon from Vogue Grace from one of their TikTok videos. They stick but barely, and then even if you try to put it back on, they're just go back to the way they were when they weren't really sticking. All the sticky notes will be B grades and they will be sold in the Etsy shop for $5. So yeah, it is unfortunate that 2 of the 3 items that ended up getting manufactured didn't turn out well. I still need to contact Vogue Grace about them, which I would actually do when I'm done with this voiceover. Sticky notes and paper goods are not cheap to get manufactured, so they're super important to do as much research as possible before you get these goodies done. So I would have to do more research to find another manufacturer in the future. It's been about 2 hours and this is how the sticky note looks like now. Hanging on there but barely. It works but not very well. So that's why these will be discounted when I put them in the Etsy shop. We finished the sticky notes. So to cut tissue paper, I packed the order I had. Shop photo and tutorial for Patreon. I'm planning to do 1 tutorial a month. This month I'm going to show how I render hair, and then tomorrow I'll need to wake up early so I can start trying to do shop photos. Been kind of lazy on this one, cutting the tissue paper, but I need to cut tissue paper. I'm going to start working on this after dinner. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how I render hair. I also used the dry ink brush on Procreate, which you can find under inking, and it looks like this. That's pretty much it. That's how I color hair. I just finished taking shop photos, which is really awesome. That way I already have them and then I could just go through them and edit them whenever I want to. The only thing I didn't take a photo of is the B notepad. I still have to make it before I can take a photo of it. Still haven't gone to Michael's yet. We were gonna go earlier this week and then it snowed and the roads were too slippery and the bridges were back up. So yeah, we decided just to wait until hopefully this weekend. Hopefully it doesn't snow again, or if it does snow, hopefully it's not as bad as it was earlier this week. Decided to also make prints. I haven't made a print for the Etsy shop in a very long time. The last time I did a print was probably the Idea de Frago print that I got made, and then I decided to use it instead as a freebie that I put into orders. So I guess that doesn't count. So before then, I honestly don't remember. I only have one print in the Etsy shop, and it's a print of Captain Froggo and Mushroom Kun during the nighttime sitting under a 4-leaf clover with fireflies around them, and it's my most popular print ever. And I drew that a couple of years ago, but I thought it was time to just go ahead and make another print to have in the Etsy shop in the future. Also want to share that if you're a Canadian business, Dollarama has these plastic collapsible crates that might be very useful to you when it comes to organizing, or if you're vending in person, maybe you could put things in there. I wish they had smaller ones as well, because the smaller ones would be more perfect for a table setup, but if you have bigger items, this is perfect too. It comes in a set of 2 and you get 2 for $5, which is a really awesome deal, $2.50 each. I'm about to use one, so let me show you how it looks like. This thing is really hard to take off, so you have to get a pair of scissors. Then you have your 2 pieces, and it just comes out like this. And at first I had a little bit of trouble putting it together. I had to get my husband to help me figure it out. I was trying really hard, but you just kind of have to push it from the sides together, just like that. It's a little hard, but once you figure out, it's not too bad. Sometimes I still have a struggle with it. And yeah, there you go. Oh, this one's not even in. This is more like a dusty pink color, and then they had a dark cobalt blue and black. Here for my bee keychain and my Froggo keychain, I just have this splitting them, and then I just have this front panel down, and it's awesome for having products in my closet and I can reach for them really easy. If I could fold this front part somehow, I feel like it would be really nice to put smaller products in. That way it's facing this way on the table and I can have multiple items beside of each other. But yeah, that's not how it works. The best I can do is the long ways like I just showed you for my keychains. But yeah, it's still nice to have this. It's space saving. Okay, I have been cutting off tissue paper because as you can see, it's a fairly long piece of tissue paper. So I need to cut it down to size for packing, and I've run out of what I've had for packing for a while now, and I would have to start packing Patreon orders in a week and a half. So I thought that I would talk to you guys while I'm attempting to cut this. I'm a little nervous because the first time I cut this, I had trouble and I had to have my husband help me. So hopefully this time it won't be as difficult. As you can see, it is bigger than my cutting board. It's hanging off the side. So yeah, we kind of have to be careful about that, and we're going to try our best to cut this. first fold it in half to try our best to find the middle. Not gonna lie, I'm struggling a bit. Actually, a lot. Last time I did not cut as much tissue paper. Then we're gonna take that and cut it in half again. And I think once we cut it in half, that's like the perfect size for packaging. I think. Or maybe it'd be too small. I'm trying to remember. I'm not gonna lie. I can't remember exactly how I cut this the first time. Yeah, I think it'll be too small. So this is where we're leaving it at. So yesterday after I finished taking the photos, I finally edited the TikTok/reel that I took. The same day that I decided to print stationery all day, I was like, I'm printing stationery all day. I can definitely film a TikTok. So I finally edited that TikTok and then I posted it on Instagram and on TikTok yesterday, and Instagram has been getting on my nerves lately. The recent update to the app made it so like if you have a phone that has an SD card and you save your files and your photos to the SD card, you can't access those photos anymore. So last week while I was prepping goodies, I was trying to take like little videos and photos like I usually do to share on Instagram stories, and then when I tried to share them, like I couldn't find it anywhere. Like it wouldn't pop up instantly on Instagram stories like it usually does. Then I went on TikTok, it was perfectly fine. So I was really annoyed by that. And then for some reason, after a couple of days of searching online, I finally figured out that anyone who uses a phone that has an SD card, everyone had that problem. It wasn't just me. So I'm happy about that at least. But hopefully they will have an update to fix that. And for some reason on Instagram, there's like a random part in the video when the B stationery is getting printed that for 1 second it randomly turns the whole video gray. Like why does Instagram do that sometimes? It's really annoying. I thought about re-uploading it, because right after I uploaded it I had to go and do something, so I didn't get to check it. And then by the time I came back and noticed it, there were already people who had already commented on it. There's already likes on the video, so I didn't want to re-upload it. All stacked up now, so this should okay, let's fix this. It's okay, it happens. Okay, so it's finally all done, look, and we have a lot, and hopefully it'll last us for a very long time. I assume that it will, because I cut a lot more than I did last time. Last time I didn't cut them this short. I left some longer the way they were before. I just cut them in half. That way if I have a bigger package, then I can just grab one of those. But yeah, most of the time I use this size. Perfect for a majority of the stuff that I sent anyway, because most of the stuff I sent is smaller. So this is good size. I just have to make sure I don't knock it over, because of course the bar turns. I'm going to actually end the vlog here because I have done everything that I wanted to do this week. I'm so excited. This week, even though like there were little hiccups like just now with the tissue paper, this week went a lot better than last week. Even though at the beginning of the week I had to switch all the key clasps and everything, it was not as bad as last week. So I'm happy that this week was a lot better. Finally cut the tissue paper, which I was avoiding for a very long time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.